Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 55, NASDAQ up 30, S&P's up 5, gold contract flat at $1,248 an ounce. Silver up 6 cents at $18.98 an ounce. Platinum down 6 at $1,381 an ounce. Copper flat at $3.11 a pound. Light sweet crude, check this out. This is just so cool. Down $1.16, 91.60. We'll get into the gasoline market in a bit. Bottom line, folks, you're going to see gasoline unleaded under $3. Bonds, the 10-year is down 5 ticks at 124.15. 30-year is off 18 ticks at 137.05. That market there is having a tough time holding price, period. King dollar up 21 ticks at 84.30. Euro is down 34 at 129, and the yen is trading up 65 at 106.85. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? We get to a price point of 1988 on the cash. Right now, we're at 1993.45. A close over 1991.39 gets it in the higher range once again, and the volume is lighter, folks. So what you have out here right now is that the S&P went down, rejected lower price, and looks like it's going to have lighter volume. Right now, we're at 364 million on the S&P. We go to the SPY. You take a look at the SPY. What you have with the SPY is this. SPY's done 52 million shares. Yesterday, we banged out 85 million. SPY right now is at 200.13. Anything over 199.06 is still in the higher range. NASDAQ Composite. We go over to the Composite. Composite right now goes up $32. And what we have here now, what's interesting about the Composite, that didn't get to a lower low. The Composite has done 1.3 billion shares. Yesterday, we did 1.9 billion. So the Composite, bottom line, has strength on the way down. Because what you're doing in the Composite is you're bouncing today, and you didn't get to a lower low, where the S&P did get to a lower low. We look at the small caps. We use the IWM inside the small caps. The IWM got to a lower low, rejected it at this point on lighter volume. We are at 115.74. That sets up, I can get into about 116.27 right now. Gold contract. We go to gold. You take a look at gold. Gold continues lower out here. Flat market, where we hit 1244, rejected that level. We've done 127,000 contracts. Bottom line, gold needs a sign of strength ASAP. What you have is that the gold market, folks, is testing the May 30th as well as the June 5th level. Now, the May 30th price point, the bottom of that is 1243.10, and the 5th is 1242. That's the levels that it's testing. You had slight expansion of volume out here today. If we go look at the GLD, the correlation inside the GLD right now is at 120.05. When you put this back and we put this on a weekly basis, what you're going to see is this. I think it's 120.77. Yeah, it is. 120.77 is the number. Now, the GLD and most of the golds don't have huge amounts of volume when they're busting or they're trying to bust into these lows, but they haven't been able to hold price. The GLD itself is going into a 63 million week, and thus far, last week I did 30 million. So the number, meaning the 120.77, is going to really important, because the further you get into that, and right now we're into it by 68 cents, the higher the probability goes that you can get down to the bottom of it. And you have to get into it by about 1.5 points. Like, yeah, 1.5 points, 1.175, something like that. The reason being is that you can see that bar is 6 points long. But you get into that, then that's going to be like, oh, baby, watch out. That low of that bar would be game. Bond market. Let's go over to bonds. We take a look at bonds. Okay, so 10-year bond, this is what we have. We have come straight down 6 days, 7 days in a row. Volume is contracting, but what you have just done is that you get into a lower range now. Once we've got into the 124.26, which we did yesterday, that sets up that, guess what, we can get down to 123.12. And that's a full point on the 10-year from where we are right now. The 10-year just went over 2.5 this morning. We're at 2.532. 30-year, go take a look at the 30-year bond. What we have in the 30-year bond is this. Now, the 30-year is in a lower range also. Let's see, maybe it's not yet. 1 second. The lower range is 137.12. Yeah, we're in the lower range. Volume is contracting dramatically, but once you're in that lower range, the 30-year game is like 136.08. And we'll see how it handles that price. My take is that we're still going to go higher. In fact, you know what's really cool here? It's really interesting what you have happening in this bond market. Now, the correlation right now is that the market is bouncing up a little. But the last few days, what has happened is this, folks. It's almost like if, in fact, interest rates go up, the market's not going to like it. But this gets more intense because interest rates are going down. It's like, why are they going down? Because the market, because of the fact that more money's going into bonds because people are nervous. There's some money I was looking at and saying, this is really intriguing. And you don't have that happen that often. But bottom line is that heads you win, tails you win. And that's meaning the bond market going up or down. The S&Ps want to go south. King dollar. What do we have? A king dollar? King dollar flat market out here today. We have gone, look at that, man. This is pretty intense. Okay, so check this out. So King Dollar has done 30,000 contracts out here today. She hasn't hit the high of yesterday yet, which is 84.65. We hit 84.58. And the way she's pushing is like, okay, she's not done yet. She's going to try to push into that 84.65 once again. So we'll see how that shakes out. Wednesday and Thursday in this market. If we go take a look at good old Apple, because Apple is running the NDX 100 right now, let's go take a look at it. Apple right now is up $2.58. You're at 100.59. Now, the benchmark in Apple, folks, this is the easiest way to do Apple, is to do it on the weekly basis. It failed last week, failed on price, failed on volume. The benchmark on Apple is 100.72. It's not at 100.72 yet. It got to 101.11 today, failed. Thus far, we're up 258. That's the number you want to keep an eye on. Why? Because that is going to be the benchmark for the week. And in that context, that is affecting the NDX 100 or the 3Qs. The 3Qs are up 80 cents right now. You have 24 million shares traded. If we take a look at this intraday, to get a clearer picture of what it is actually doing in correlation of how we went down yesterday, this is what you have. The high of yesterday in the 3Qs was at 1,400 hours. The 3Qs had hit 100.46. We came off that high. Well, first off, you had the high on a 10-minute bar with 1.5 million shares. You come off that high with 1.3 million. We just went into that level with 825,000 shares. What that's telling to me, that's ICE. ICE is, this is so cool. Check this out, folks. ICE would be, and all ICE is, by the way, is where there's a level of support there was, right? And then you get a fast expansion on the way down or fast expansion on the way up. ICE is set up at a 100.07, and we went to 100.08, gave it up. Well, I haven't given it up yet. I suspect we're going to give it up, and this is your benchmark here. Your benchmark is 100.07. It was a 1.3 million, and we just went into that with 825,000. So that says to me that that's the end of the counter trend bounce on the NDX 100 as we come into this close. So it's really going to be cool watching how we come into this close. Why? Because it's all about the NDX, folks. The NDX is the only indice here that has continued to go higher. Bringing points into it, the NDX today, is that you have Garmin is up $2. You have Green Mountain up $3.33. Apple's up $2.49. And Alexa Pharmaceuticals up $3.94. Taken away from it, eBay is down $153. Tractor Supply is off $157. Wynn Resorts is off $284. And Vipple Communication is down $12. Wynn Resorts, man, this thing is getting smoked. It's almost like what's going to happen in this gambling business. I guess Vegas is definitely going to be there, but the bottom line is that evidently that business is changing. You stay right there, folks. Tom O'Brien's TFNN. Coming right back.